Right, now the 27th spirit of the Goetia, Ronove or Ronove. So let's get into that. Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button. Okay, Ronove or Ronove. I prefer Ronove myself. The correspondences. Date December 13 to 21st. Direction east. Tarot 10 wands. Planet is moon. Metal silver. Element air. Color violet. Plant cinnamon. Incense jasmine. Zodiac is 20 to 30 degrees Sagittarius. Couldn't see any other correspondences there over and above that, the previous stuff. And the N is K-Men Vefa Ronove or Ronove. There's also another name is Ronwe, R-O-N-W-E, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Alright, so the Goetia appeareth in the form of a monster. I'll get into a bit more of that when we get to the Goetia ritual, the symbolism of the monster. And teacheth the art of rhetoric very well, and giveth good servants, knowledge of tongues, and favours with friends and foes. Now, the mention of good servants is good familiars, which you'll find, every now and again we find that with the spirits of the Goetia. They give good familiars. Connolly states, the demon of knowledge and wisdom in the Dukant hierarchy can also be invoked to cause people to see your way of thinking or feel the need to help you. Now, this does come with a warning. Be careful of invoking Ronove to control others, because it will often turn into a lesson for your benefit. So, we can ask Ronove to help us get people. This is where the Goetia says favours with friends and foes. So we can get people to see our own point of view, or get them to help us in some way. But don't take advantage of that. Don't use it to forcibly control people, because then you will get that lesson. VK, Jahannam does go into teaches languages, poetry and rhetoric, and imparts wisdom, imparts the quasi-sociopathic ability to control your own emotions. This part was quite interesting. I didn't see this mentioned anywhere else. His familiars are excellent for the purpose of research, magical tutoring, magical exercises, and practical witchcraft, and also can bring about the destruction and death of the target, most often through illness and the affliction of the target's internal organs, and he specializes in pyrokinesis. He harvests the souls of moribund elderly organisms, including people, and he can humble one's enemies. The Goetia ritual. This is where the monster aspect, because it does say in the Goetia ritual, while the Goetia provides no specifics as to his monstrous qualities, Ronove's theoform, or animal-like, would be chthonic and dark, manifesting nature's untamed, chaotic, and dire side, making him a demon who can give darkness and nightmares to others. So there's a bit of a, I think some people are swaying. Connolly sways more towards the knowledge and wisdom and the helping you to get other people to see your point of view, which isn't so bad, malicious, or whatever. But then some other people are going into the whole aspect of causing the death of the target through illness and affliction of the target's internal organs and things like that, and also the the monstrous nature being the manifestation of nature's untamed, chaotic and dire side, and can give darkness and nightmares to others. So you've got one camp which is kind of like more knowledge and help based, and then the other camp which is very much killing your enemies kind of thing. So again, one of those ones you would need to actually speak with and find out for yourself if he or she or they can actually help you with the task that you have in mind. A lot of this is really sitting down and finding out for yourself. What we are doing here, finding what other people have experienced, is really just a basis. It's a starting point. It's all about, I was actually speaking about this last night with some friends. It's very much about the relationships that each person has with a particular spirit. So if we look at any demon or spirit, if we just take Satan as the obvious example, for a Christian, Satan is an evil figure. It is a spirit or an entity that wants to cause your destruction. Whereas for somebody else, Satan is the protector of earth and the protector of mankind. And anybody who follows Satan is protected and such things. For somebody else, Satan is the creator of all things, the demiurge, Samael. So we have all these all of these viewpoints and perspectives of what a particular spirit is, or who a particular spirit is and what they do. And then we ask the question, but which one is it? It's all of them, because the relationship that a person has with a spirit will determine the interaction that they have with that spirit. So, some people like me, some people hate me. It's just the way it is. So what one person will say about me is completely different to what another person will say about me, depending on that relationship I have with them. So it's exactly the same thing with the spirits. We have all of these people, including myself, who work with particular spirits, and they will bring you correspondences, and they will bring you knowledge about what this spirit told them and how they work with them and what they asked of the spirit and such things. But really it is a case of what's your relationship with the spirit, your personal relationship. So it's really is a case of sitting down and finding out for yourself. But what we're doing here with these correspondences and aspects and offices and things like that is giving you a basis, giving you a starting point. The boon that we spoke about last week is very good for necromantic magic and necromantic rituals, and also for bringing finance and wealth and riches and things like that. Whereas the one today is more focused on knowledge and wisdom, and also has the aspect of destruction, killing the enemies, bringing illness to your enemies and your foes and things like that. But so this gives you a starting point. You wouldn't call boon to do what Ronove would be more suited for. So it gives you a starting point, and then you just go on from there and speak to the spirit and find out for yourself, find your own personal relationship with them. And I think that kind of explains that. Okay, so I'll see you next week for another Demon of the Week. Have a good one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.